Good morning. It is Saturday the 22nd of April and you join me on the way to the Malvern Half Marathon. If you're wondering why I'm wearing sort of Western garms, it's because last night, myself and my wife, we finished off Yellowstone Series 5. It's like Sopranos mixed with Dallas. It's absolute class. Come on now, boy. Come on. We're taking those steers down to pasture. I've been talking like this for about 3 weeks. What I really wanted to do, because I don't really know Malvern at all, was like arrive in Malvern with like a toothpick in my mouth, like as the mysterious stranger from out of town, you know. Like if I was wearing spurs, you'd have sort of heard them clinking along the street, you know, and I go along just being sort of like aloof and mysterious, you know, and being polite to women who swoon at my denim, you know. Morning, man. But you know, like the good thing is, what I didn't want to do was go over the top. Now, as I said to you before, I am quite anxious about this morning, right? Because it's an early check-in. It's I've got to get my number. We know I don't like that. There is a safety briefing. We know I don't like those. Safety briefings bring with them the promise of people, lots of people. What I don't want to do is talk to lots of people. It makes me feel quite uncomfortable, particularly when they see me filming. Yeah, because then they ask sort of like questions. Are you a YouTuber then? Oh, yeah, kind of, yeah. Why'd you do that then? Have you not got a wife and children or any friends or anything? Yeah, got all of those, thank you. Don't really know why I do it. Childhood issue, I would imagine. Actually, when anyone asks you that sort of thing, you know, why you do something that you do, the universal sign is the best one to use, you know, it's this one. Because as we all know, that is the universal sign for mental health, right? And people back off straight away. And actually, I am driving through Malvern in the fog, dressed as a cowboy, talking to a mobile phone. People are driving past me and looking, and I'm making flippant remarks about mental health. She said I'm going out with my girlfriends, margaritas at the Holiday Inn. Lord have mercy, it's my only thought is that tequila makes her clothes fall off. And they say country music is misogynistic. Arrived probably about 2 hours early. I'm going to go back to the car and read my newspaper, but I thought I'd come for a quick wander around, you know. Beautiful place, really nice. Now, I have actually still got my country and western gear on, just in case I meet a stranger. Okay, ma'am. Now, Malvern, as a bit of history for you, is, as I say, I've just been driving through and he's everywhere, is the home of Elgar, the composer Edward Elgar, famous for Nimrod variations, like a cracking hit. He was the Harry Styles of his day. Actually, Nimrod would have been his watermelon sugar, if you will. But yeah, here we are. So we're in the home of Elgar. And actually Malvern, a lot of people associate it with the hills, but of course it is a spa town as well. Right, so people a couple of 100 years ago would have come here to take the water. In fact, I believe Charles Darwin had a daughter, I think her name was Elizabeth or something like that, and she was a bit of an invalid, very sad. And he brought her to Malvern to take the water in the hope that she would make a recovery. She died in about 5 days, actually, I think, upon visiting Malvern. I'm assuming that, you know, pleurisy, something like that, probably. So Darwin left unsatisfied. Not a particularly satisfied customer, I'd imagine. His bloody idea was that. He said, take her to Malvern. She's dead. Now, this weekend as well, I mean, look, I'm assuming everyone's going to flock to this video of the Malvern Half Marathon. I'm thinking they probably won't, because this weekend it is the London Marathon weekend. In fact, I've been rejected so many times. But a good friend of mine is. So good luck this weekend, T-Butts. I know you can do it. Tim Butler, best of luck, my friend. You've got this. That's what they all say, isn't it? And I think he probably has got it. But I also think that at some point he's probably going to soil himself. Here is a spa tap. Now, the tap itself looks like it's seen better days, to be honest. That might have been the one that Anne Elizabeth Darwin went for. Not that tap! No! Has she drunk it? Don't tell Charles. He's come here to make her better. The author and poet William Wordsworth came to Malvern as well at some stage. He had some wise words. And upward, high as Malvern's cloudy crest, sweet tones and caught by a noble lady blessed. To rapture Mabel listened at the side of her love mistress, and soon the music died.
Toilets, I know that's quite important. There's toilets upstairs, and this is toilets out in the car park as well. So if anyone needs to loo before the race started, make sure you do one of those things.
So, the safety briefing has been had, and we are now waiting for liftoff. Oh, I think that is the start.
Well done, team.
About 2-3 miles in, I've done my usual. I've clattered off like Michael Jordan Johnson to get to the front so that I avoid people. It's lovely, but it's already really difficult. Now Dave, gotta say, hugely impressed with Dave. What a stage presence. He made a joke. He had the audience like that. A bit of an embarrassing moment at a stile when even my newly svelte self stepped on the stile and the whole thing broke. And I helpfully turned around and went, hazard here, hazard here. And I looked down from the top of the hill, massive queue. Now, you mustn't also forget that Elgar came up the hills here and composed numerous hits, including the fabulously rousing Pomp and Circumstance. Here we go. We're going up to Mordor. You shall not pass, Peregrine Took. Love that. Now down there is something. Can't see it. Going down carefully. Go on, speed goats. Another hill. Bloody mountain biker coming down here. Shall I stop him? We thought we had exclusive views. Here he is. When there's so much up, you expect a little bit of down.
Resuming.
Strava's doing it again. Resuming. Stopping. Not stopping, mate. I'm still moving. I'll keep going, shall I? Keep you happy. Every time I get to the peak of a hill, another one turns up. I'm right in the middle of the mist. It's actually reminds me a little bit. I've been in my lounge when I was a kid. 60 bennos a day, my dad. Remember, men? And kids went to school with their blazers stinking. You might think that it's a lot of fun going downhill, but it's absolutely not. My legs are in pieces. There are 2.5 miles left. Now we're motoring. Now we're on the road again. Right, now we're at my patch. Now we're flying. Look at that. I've just been up there. Heading back to base. I've got a feeling this is it. I think it is. Wasn't expecting this to be it. Thank you. Nice one. Thank you. Nice one.
Congratulations.
Love that. Well, that was class. And the true antisocial person that I am, I'm now off home. I'm not getting into that celebrating stuff. However, what I do have is a celebratory hat and a mug to take note of that Broadway next time. I know, Fiona, you're going to sort me out with a mug next time, but I am off home. And that was the Malvern Half Marathon, folks. I think I finished that in 1:50, which, given the fact that none of that was flat and it was up actual, I'm going to call them mountains, I don't think that was too bad at all. The track of the day is Chris Stapleton's Starting Over, a country and western track that John Dutton would be proud to have on the iPod, the Yellowstone Ranch. Left with little more for me to say than like, subscribe, do whatever. I'll see you next time.